Yeah, hello. Welcome to CRI Studio, and I'm here with.
Blessed Martha or
Okay,
Martha.
okay. So, Blessed Martha or Matedufi, as she said, she is the CRI metatherapy head in terms of counseling, marriage, relationship, healing, a lot. She's a prophetess. And today, what are we talking about?
Relationship and marriage.
Okay. When we talk about relationship and marriage, it's almost like one leads to the other, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So we want to discuss that and share thought concerning the 21st century relationship. We talk about the steps in it and the decision that should be taken and what to look for, signs of right partners or what to look for in a partner, and when to step in, when to step out, how to know this is my friend and this is where our friendship ends, this is a person I am moving on with life, and when to do it quickly. Before we step in that, I think that um, one of the things that affects men today in our generation, that they are not able to focus on a single woman, is that variety. They see this girl, I like it. They see another shape, I like it. They see Mabna, I like it. Or what do you think?
Some time ago, I met a guy
Okay.
and we were discussing. He said that ladies are fruits,
Fruits.
so they want varieties of fruits. I said, really? That is interesting, but not all fruit that you need to eat.
He said that ladies are fruits.
Sure.
I've never heard that before.
And they are fruit in the garden.
So
So they want varieties of fruits. Maybe that's why most of the guys want
they're not
to
able to
spice their,
focus.
yes.
I
So they are
see.
just testing each of the fruits.
I see. What about, I also find out that is true. What you said, that is true about guys. I also realized that some ladies also keep declining, even though they think I'm interested in that guy, but it looks like as if today they're interested, tomorrow they're not interested. What do you think about that too?
Well, that's one.
Mm-hmm. Now, be fair now.
I'm being fair,
Yeah.
like for ladies to,
Mm-hmm.
it depends.
Okay.
And mostly it depends on how the person will treat the lady.
Okay.
And even the first appearance also matters.
Okay.
Yes. She might see the guy
Okay.
very interested in the person, but later
Okay.
on she should be withdrawing.
Why?
One or two reasons, maybe the actions that the guy will just put up.
I
So I
see.
think that's one way.
That is also a reason. I see. I see. Okay. So today we want to talk about relationship, and this is a strategy. So, Martha, I want us to help us go through the strata that we have built for relationship, like how relationship okay, because everything has a journey.
Sure.
So how does it okay? Yeah.
Okay. So even we humans,
Yeah.
there are stages in everything.
Okay.
So with humans, we have stages.
Okay.
From the infancy, you move on to the childhood, to the adolescence, then to the adulthood.
Yes.
So you can't just bump up and then come up, I'm an adult, without passing through this
The
channel.
process, yeah.
Yes. So before you getting married,
Yes.
or before you entering into a relationship,
Yes.
it starts with singleness, like
Okay.
singlehood.
Okay.
Because naturally, when you were born, you were not into marriage. It's a
You were
process
single.
that, yeah. So you
Yeah.
need to be in a single mood or single
Okay.
mood for quite some time,
Okay.
and then the next stage comes in, especially when you are in that adolescent age.
Okay.
That's where the relationship step in. So it starts from there.
Start
That
from
is
there.
where the youth or the young ones attracted to the opposite sex. That is
Okay.
the adolescent stage. That is where the relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, set in.
Sure. Sure.
Actually, it set in without knowing what
You're looking
they
for.
really want.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
some kind of fun thing. He's my boyfriend, he's my girlfriend.
Just like that.
They'll just fight, and at the end, you see that why was I even fighting for this? That was where it started from. Then you'll be learning as a process. Then
Okay.
you are getting to the next stage
Okay.
of your life, and then it's move on like that.
I see. That is so true. It starts with that. So um we can say that every relationship begins with friendship.
Sure.
Oh, okay. It begins with friendship. So you meet somebody that is a friend, because now we are talking to 21st century. You meet somebody, and what are the things that will give you what are some of the signs or indication that will tell you somebody can be a friend? Because since that is where relationships start from, so it's important to know what are some indications that will inspire you to know maybe this is a friend, a person I can trust. Talking about the opposite sex.
Like, yeah. I think it's the vibe.
The vibe.
It's the vibe
That is powerful.
will connect the two.
Yes.
Because if I see you and we don't have any vibe,
Yeah.
like I'll just pass by and then you pass by. There is no friendship.
There's no
But
friendship.
if we started to create a vibe,
Yeah.
I see you, I greet you. The next moment I'll be asking you how, like
Yeah.
your welfare,
Yeah.
and then we are trying to know more about each
Ourselves,
other.
yes.
Yeah, so we build a vibe between us. Then it will be developing into calling. I'm calling to check up on you.
Okay.
Like, then you'll be happy about when you heard about a person, then you'll be happy. Then the vibe will be developed, then it will be taken to the next
The next
level.
level.
Sure.
So interest will be coming.
Yeah.
I see. In my line of experience, I've realized something. Sometimes I have met people, and the vibe was there, but um, later I realized um, it was a false vibe. For instance, I just thought, oh, they are wonderful for me, and that, but later I just realized, oh no, something was wrong. And sometimes there are people you meet and you don't like them, the vibe is not there. But later, when you take or you cross the odds to be curious about them, you realize that, well, maybe we can be something more. What do you have to say about that too?
Yeah. We have some people like that. We have um people that you will be much interested in them. I, for instance, when I see something and then I'll be happy about it, it won't last for long. My interest will be drawn. I don't know
Wow,
why, but
wow,
that is
wow.
me.
It is very powerful. What you're saying
Sure.
is true. It's
So
true.
if I see something and within a short minute, like I'm happy, like I'm so excited about it, that thing will just I'll I won't know what will happen. My interest will be just off, will be just taken off. But if I play something like that, that will be say last, like
Yeah.
it seems I'm not interested, like
Yeah.
I just don't even want to pay attention for it. That,
Yeah.
and when I develop interest in it,
In
it's
that
very
time.
dangerous.
Yes.
So I take my time in dealing with things.
Yeah.
So maybe that is what happens to most people.
Yeah.
And some also, they'll just meet, and when they see the true nature of that thing,
Yes.
maybe it didn't portray the way it's supposed to, or how the person sees it,
Yes.
then they'll be drawing.
Wow. Wow. What you are saying is very true. Is a deeper thing, and it is. I think it is a wisdom that young people should, because it embodies in it patience.
Sure.
Everything that just draws you quickly. Often, even if you love people, you have to teach them denial. So that because when the feeling, the affection, the vibe comes and you just follow it and you are viral like that, before you realize you may have made a stupid decision.
Sure.
And every one of you just followed by, you didn't thought, you didn't plan. Now you are conscious and you are thinking, what next? But if you're able to resist it, then it helps you to be clear so that you can think clearly. You can really observe and see things as they really are. Then later, when you decide to go on or not, now you have clear reasons why not.
Sure.
So it's very true. It's very true. So now, Mother, how do you know that this friendship will not lead to a successful relationship?
Okay. We have so many factors.
Okay.
Factors that are very concrete
Okay.
and even difficult to deal with.
Wow.
One aspect is the spiritual aspect,
Mm-hmm.
the environment, the
Okay.
family setting, and
Okay.
how the person also portrays
Okay.
him or herself.
Yourself, yeah.
And maybe your likings, and your interests.
Okay.
Maybe you meet a person, you want that person to have the same interest like yours,
Yeah.
but if that person that didn't show you that way,
It's not ready for it.
you would think that this is not in line with mine, so I think we can't move ahead. But
Okay.
maybe if you have gotten a little patience
Okay.
to let the person, or try to lead the person through your interest,
Okay.
for her to, or for him to understand who you really are and what you really want her or him to be in your life.
Okay.
Maybe that one can also lead to a successful relationship, or to maintain that relationship.
Okay.
But most people think that this one cannot help me.
Yes.
Her actions or his action, the way he or she reasons,
Yes.
I don't think he's good for me, or he or she will help me in my ministry, especially with the ministry aspects.
Very true.
If
Very
the person
true.
see that this lady or this person will not add anything to my ministry,
Yes.
that person we can't build on.
Yeah.
So I just realized that most people, they want, especially if the person is a pastor, they want people that can sing,
Okay.
so that the person can sing to support the ministry.
Oh, okay.
But for someone to be a wife, I don't think, I don't take that word easily,
Okay.
and especially with pastor's wife.
Okay.
For I personally, I don't see it as a light title or as a light thing. It comes with a whole responsibility.
Sure.
So for someone to be a pastor's wife, it's a whole lot. Because that person should be spiritually sound, physically sound, emotional, all areas. You will be a wife, a mother, anything.
Is it only limited to ministry?
And aside the ministry, I see every woman as, like, one way or the other, a pastor's wife.
It's true. It's
Because
true.
your husband is the head,
It's true.
and you are supporting fully. So you should be the spiritual mother for the family.
It's true.
If the husband is the head. So even if the husband is not playing that role or playing that role well, you need to step in as a mother.
Wow.
So it's not that I'm out of age and I'm growing, so I need to get into a relationship. I need to find someone. I need to marry. That pressure out there, like, it's, that is why people rush into marry and then
Yes.
quickly divorce.
Yes.
And
To
it's
regret it.
happening in most Christians' marriage.
Absolutely.
And the
Absolutely.
youth as well. Now you will see a fancy wedding,
Yeah.
2 to 3 years, and then it
It's gone.
collapse.
6 months, three months. Yeah.
We forget that even the family also need to play a major role.
Very important.
That's your daughter or your son is in a relationship. You need to support the person in prayer.
It's true.
But we don't.
Sure.
We leave everything. They want to marry. They want to get into a
So let
relationship.
them
So
do their
let
thing.
them be.
And even there are some parents who also have some kind of thought that um, this is my family. There are some parents that even advise their children, either their sons or their daughters, when getting married, hey, remember that this is your family,
Sure.
as if the other person is a stranger.
So that is why the relationship is very important, because it started from friendship.
Yeah.
The friendship, everything goes.
Yes.
When we are friends, there is no boundaries.
Yeah.
There is nothing like restriction of words.
Okay.
Like this word that I said to you, it hurts you.
Yeah.
If you are my friend, like even if it hurts you, like you can approach any like anyhow in
Doesn't
any form.
matter.
Like I love friendship. Like, but it seems in a relationship things are
It's
being
different.
restricted.
Yeah. How?
Like even the way you talk, if as we are friends now,
Yeah.
I can say anything that I want and I wish at any time, anywhere, any like, and you won't be bothered.
But once it's
But
a
once
relationship,
we enter into a relationship, it seems that there is a close, because the thing is friendship, then move on to relationship. So
okay.
it's the relationship that we need to even express more.
I like that. I was about to ask you that. You see, I think one of the problems is vulnerability. Even in friendship, you were able to express yourself.
Sure.
Now, relationship means you are even getting deeper.
Yes.
You need to know yourself more. So even that is where we should be careless. But that is where people become
That is
careful.
where we take sheets and then pen, write rules and regulations.
Yes.
Young lady, hey, gentleman, please, listen, you make sure, like, but we are trying to, we we are all planning to have a successful marriage.
Yes, try to know
A
ourselves.
marriage that we can cooperate, that we
Yes.
can play together, that we can pray together, that we can plan together.
Beautiful.
Like the three words that my father always said, when he's blessing a marriage,
Okay.
he'll be giving these three words, that you need to have the three P's in your marriage.
Okay.
That is, you need to plan, pray together,
Okay.
you plan together, and then you play together.
Very true.
If we don't play, how can we even mingle? How can we even think?
Sure.
Because always there are restrictions, like discipline, total discipline,
Yeah.
like strictness.
Yeah.
It seems that there is a fear in it. A wife will see her husband, and then isn't he's panicking? She's panicking. She's afraid.
Yeah.
She can't. But this is a corporate. This is a teamwork. If we don't team up, how are we going to fight against?
And it often happens in most Christian marriages than the secular, than the world one. It looks like, I think it is self-righteousness, religiosity. Well, I don't know. I find out this in I've met people, and I've known people that are married, whose marriages are going through hell, some divorce, independence, and that, and most of them, what I realized, even though they wouldn't tell the truth, but what I realized was a lack of expression. The lady was not able to express herself in the marriage. The man too was not satisfied. I will use that word because it looked like every time the lady is trying to present a kind of person to the man, a person that in her mind she thinks this is what he needs to know or see. You get my point? And the guy is also, even though he has something that he really loves and desire from her, but because of hypocrisy, he is also trying to present a kind of self to her and even giving her rules. Don't touch me like this, don't do this like this, don't talk like this, don't wear this. You get my point? Meanwhile, these are the very things he watches. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So in the end, he prevents her from becoming everything he wants. And she also, with her pretense, also prevent herself from being everything he wants. So a lack of expression. So what do you think is the cause of that?
Okay, but that's one.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot.
Okay.
But as we will say, when we are in a relationship, we are not married yet.
Yeah.
There are so many things that, okay, I will say it, but some, I know people out there, they will say this and that, but that is me.
Okay.
Marriage is marriage.
Yes.
So if I'm married to you,
Yeah.
like you have access,
Absolute
a full
access.
access.
Yes.
Once we are in the relationship, that access that I'm talking about in the clause, like
You
I,
don't
for
have the
instance,
full access.
no, I, for instance, I won't allow it
Yeah.
because it leads to something,
Absolutely.
and that thing that people have overlooked it. It's like I'm talking about sex
Okay.
issue.
Okay.
It's a covenant,
Okay.
and it's a sacred thing.
Sure.
It's a bond between two. That is why the Bible said that the two shall be one.
True that.
Because we are sharing blood, and blood seals
Absolutely.
covenant.
Absolutely.
But
Yes.
people overlook it, and we take the pleasure part,
Sure.
the excitement about it, but
Yeah.
we don't look the other way.
It's true. It's very true. It's even relationships that begin from the onset with sex. Right after that, there is a deep regret. A lot of people have met. That is how it couldn't work. There is a deeper regret. Why did it happen? Then they start even to question the lady. And here is the problem, especially when they have seen this lady who has been doing God's work in public, preaching, singing. Now we are
Before,
talking about Christians now. And
before
all the
Christian,
holy things, and this happened. But sometimes it's the men.
sure,
I won't blame the men completely because
ladies also
ladies
cause it
also play a part.
sometimes.
Yes. But what I would say is one of the other way, it is one of them, often one of them,
Sure.
or but often when it is agreement thing, it doesn't cause much of a
Sure.
problem. But when it's one of them that wants it over the other, or one of them, even though he or she wants it, but it's pretending, it's a dangerous thing. Yes. Okay, so let me say this: that sex thing, it is something that needs to get attention. For instance, there was a time I was sharing a video, and when somebody asked, should we have sex? Is it right to have sex whilst you are dating or not? The first this question should not be asked. Do you know why? Because as a child of God, you know what is right.
Sure.
So I, some people say give them license to sin. Nobody can give you license to sin or not. You know what to do.
Give license to sin.
Yeah, some people say something like that. Oh, this man of God say you can do this. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So when people want to do their thing, then they find somebody to blame.
To cover it up.
But it wouldn't do anything. Sex, like you said, is the covenant. And where the true union. Now the question is, matter what is the marriage? It is the sex that makes the two become one.
Sure.
So I said that once you have a sex with somebody, or the moment you are deciding to have sex, get ready that you are ready to marry the person.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because you cannot have sex with somebody and then you just say, I don't know what happened. Stupid. You can't do that.
And that is last.
That is last. It is wrong. So I think this is something we should know. If you are getting into a relationship, you are in the relationship stage, then I think sex should be, and the problem is when they meet and they don't want to talk about that one. And they are playing before they realize emotions they're into it. But I think if we look into our eyes and we talk about, hey, what is your plan about sex? Do you want to have sex in a relationship, or you want to have it in marriage? Okay, then you have to hear your opponent's view on that. If she says no, And if you love the person, I want to be with the person forever, I don't see any reason for you to rush, because this is something you are going to have forever.
Sure. But it's not easy though, as you are saying.
It is true.
To be in a relationship, someone told me that, like, how?
Yes.
How can I be with a beautiful girl? Then you come and visit me, then I'll be looking
I'll
at
be
you
looking at you like how? Yes.
Now, sister, please, I can't do that. And I said, oh, really? So it's not easy.
It's true.
Because when you are in a relationship, there is this mutual feeling.
I tell you.
And we grow hormones day in, day out.
As
And
the calls come,
sure.
the voice, the touch.
And always you want to see the person, because
yes,
things begins to grow.
Yes.
And it takes discipline and maturity as well.
True.
And this one, should I say that it's called for grace?
Indeed.
Yeah, because this thing is not an easy task.
It's not easy.
To stay in a relationship purely before you getting married, before having sex, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It takes discipline and then the power of God behind you.
Yes.
So I think between two Christians, as you're saying, if you know who you are,
yes,
and who you represent,
yes,
I think that one will also protect you.
Indeed, identity counts.
Sure, because if you are a Christian and you know that you are a child of God, that is how people sees you, and we are reading you.
Indeed.
We want to, someone will be afar, want to be like you. You'll be going through a lot, but you need to stand, because we are humans. You are not supernatural. Even if you are supernatural, you are living in the human world.
Indeed.
So this mutual feelings that you are talking about, God created
as that way.
Yes,
sexual
that
beings.
Is, that is how we are.
Yes, some people talk about, you continue, some people say, the person. No, that's who we are. We can't do anything.
We are created to do it, because we need to reproduce.
Yes,
but ask yourself, is it right for me to do? The Bible says that we have everything. We have every chance. We have all things equally to do. But ask yourself, is it right for me to do? If I have sex, it's not wrong. Sure. In my relationship, it's not wrong. But is it right for me to do?
Maybe now.
In the relationship aspect, is it right for me to do?
Okay.
If it is right, if your instinct,
I love that. I love how you're taking it too. Yes.
Doesn't tell you. You don't need anyone to tell you that what you have done or what you are trying to do is a sin.
Absolutely.
Because if you have the spirit in you and the spirit is vibrant,
yes,
he won't allow you.
Yes, you know what
and
to
the
do.
two of you, like, you feel that edge.
Yes.
So you allow the spirit to intervene, because if not, that is also a temptation.
Yes. And first of all, what you're saying is very true. So I think where you're driving at, I can deduce it from it that first, understanding really counts.
Sure.
The two of you. You need to understand what you are into. And secondly, the most important thing that should be at the back of our mind before even we talk about sex is that, like you said, relationship is a whole lot. Marriage itself is a whole lot. So you just met the person. It will take time for you to know the person. There are a lot of things you need to now learn from the person. If sex begin and a time may come, there may be certain things that you may not like.
Sure.
Every relationship does not end in marriage.
Sure.
That is the most important thing we should know.
Yeah.
But the problem is sometimes when people begin, oh no, we will marry. It's a deception. Once you know that it is 50-50, it's a risk, then you know what to do. So imagine if I have sex and it doesn't work. Then this will help you to think right, because anything can happen along the way. So like you are saying, the discipline aspect, some people say, well, dating a beautiful lady or a handsome guy can control myself, but you can set boundaries.
Sure.
Okay, if you love the person, you see, love doesn't have to do with sex
at all.
Yes, it is one
It's
of
part
the
of it.
yes, it's one of the expressions of it. If you love somebody, you prioritize them, you prioritize their interests.
Sure.
So it is the two of you that have to set the boundary, that probably because of this. And like we were talking about vulnerability. Matter one of the things also that deceive a lot of people is that pretense. For instance, for me, I've developed this. If I see you, and some of my friends will tell, if I see you and I realize our vibe is so strong and I can't stand you, even though I have to build, I will tell you. It looks like every lady I ever met and our vibe was so strong and they were being attracted to me in such a way that I couldn't think straight when I see them around. And I told them that, like, I can't resist you. So find a way to um, um, find a better way to relate with me.
Okay.
Or when you are with me, guide yourself or help me to be the kind of man I should be. You see, that vulnerability, and every lady I ever shared that with, we have had a wonderful relationship up to date. Some of them are married. And the beautiful thing is, we share things, but we had a pure, wonderful relationship. Okay. So I think if you are able to share this, it's first relieve you of that burden.
Sure.
And then it also tells the person um, what they should do around you. Yes. And then they can help you. And also, if they also have a weakness, they can. It also gives them the freedom. It takes that burden also from them to also express themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. And once that happens, you see that intensity breaks. And I think that relationship, when these expressions of truth come, you realize that that emotion for affection that drive you to touch, to kiss, to try to touch certain sensitive part is replaced with um, um, goal oriented activities. Okay, when you come, can we pray together? Or can we go to exercise? Can we visit this place? Can we do this together? Those things are replaced because when the feeling is there, a moment the person comes, you talk for a while, matter everything ceases. And it's like you're looking at the person's face, she's also looking at you. This is rubbing the hand. Then it's true. You don't know what to say anymore.
Yes,
because
like
there is something you are thinking about.
that thing has been already
Been
planned.
planned,
Yes.
yes.
So it's just a minute,
a
just
minute
to spark.
to spark
So
it.
this is
Yeah.
how I defined love.
Okay.
To love is to know someone's strength
Okay.
and the weakness,
It's true.
and you accept it. That
Wow.
this is my partner's strength and
Wow.
her weakness.
Wow.
So I embrace it. And with her weakness or his weakness,
Yes.
I need to find a way that I can able to cope. Or
Wow.
if there are certain things that I need to touch or change
Yes.
in a nice way that I could,
Wow.
I can.
Wow.
That one becomes love. So
Okay.
that if the person falls, that is where it leads to marriage.
Sure.
Because for marriage, it takes maturity.
Absolutely. That is the
Because
word. Yes.
I said that marriage is a whole institution on its own.
Indeed.
It's a whole lot. Because parenting sets in,
Yes.
everything sets in,
Yes.
family matters set in.
Yes.
If you are in a relationship, you can decide to go to a funeral without paying anything.
Yes.
But when you are married, you are responsible.
It's different. Yes.
So marriage is nothing to be taken lightly, that everyone is getting married. My friends are going and I'm not married. So what are you prepared? Are you ready to face challenges? So one time I was listening to this lady pastor, Reverend Funky. She's a Nigerian.
Okay. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. She was saying that, like, the vows that we take during wedding,
Yes.
like, I think there should be a slight changes. She said that we vow to claim good things
I share
into
the
the
same opinion.
marriage,
Not to curse.
not for better, for worse.
So it's true. I like that.
So we claim good things into the marriage, and together we stand to fight against the bad things
Sure.
that we didn't plan for.
Sure.
But this is where it seems we are embracing, for better for worse, we are embracing the worst as well. So
Occurs,
definitely
yes.
it will come.
Yes, and often that is what most people focus on.
And this is a situation that we are saying that we are not even prepared to
Yes.
face that challenge.
Yes.
And we will get into the marriage and we will start fighting.
Yes.
And we don't even settle, try to understand ourselves and how to even solve this problem. So marriage, that is why the person, for instance, I'm a human, I'm not a supernatural. First, if a guy, if you know me well, like you will be attracted to, oh, if I get this lady, father, I will marry her.
Yeah.
But you will get to me, you get closer, and you will know my principles.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm showing off or I'm
Yeah.
trying to be holier than thou.
Of
No.
course. Yes.
I'm a human and I also have feelings.
Yes.
So there are certain things I won't play with you. And you
Yeah.
will know that with this. So I'll be receiving this lady when you get, no.
Yeah.
You should know who you are.
It's true. It's true.
Sometimes you will feel the edge doing it.
Indeed.
So are you ready for the consequences?
Absolutely.
I watched a movie recently.
Okay.
I picked just a word from that movie. Said that in the next 2 or 3 years or 5 years, how do you want people to see you?
Okay.
And you call yourself a child of God.
Okay.
How do you want people to see you? It doesn't mean that I don't offend people. I'm a type, if I offend you, you will never talk to me again. Because of how you see me.
Yeah.
Like, you know that, oh, Martha can't do this. But they
Yes.
forget that
You'll be
I'm
surprised
also
one
a
day.
human.
Yeah.
Yes, I can also do one or two things that you think that this girl is something else.
Yes.
But it doesn't make me a devil.
Indeed.
I'm a
Indeed.
human.
It's true.
So you need to understand the person you are trying to relate to, that the person is a human.
It's true.
Even if the person is a pastor, even if the person is just anybody, he's a human.
Yes, pastors are human too. Yes.
Yes. So as the Holy Spirit even gets angry, even gets grieved, if we can grieve him, so we are humans, we do.
Yeah.
We die sometimes. So expect your partner to be angry. When I met you, you were not like this, and
Yes,
recently
and
you are
now,
behaving like this and
yeah.
that. We are humans.
Yes.
That is how we are. We are being pushed by two forces, and all the forces want to have access in us. And you have set yourself that I have chosen one force, that is Christ. So that force should lead you to everything. When you get married, you have the license, you are free to do everything, even in the public. Even if wherever you want to kiss your husband, he is your husband. But we hide it because you're in a relationship and you are not ready to do it. So ask yourself, are you ready for the consequences? If any challenges comes, because challenges comes for responsible people.
Indeed.
If you are able to solve challenges, you are responsible.
And you are stepping one step ahead, like you are taking one successful
Sure,
steps.
because ask yourself now, you ask yourself, the person I want to marry, the person I want to get relationship with, can he or she stand when challenges comes?
Indeed.
Sometimes, like you went through a situation, and then it will change everything.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Then later, or sooner or later, you realize certain things. Then you'll be starting regretting things, and then you try to learn. That is why we learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
You make mistakes
along
the way just to learn.
Sure.
Someone taught me how to laugh.
Wow.
Because, like, a guy will come, massa, 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 please, I beg.
Yeah.
That kind of, so if you are my friend, I don't have any like I'm having a special feelings. If I
Yeah.
have a special feelings for you, you will see my true character.
Oh, okay. So what will
Like
you see?
you'll be. That is why people said pretense.
Yes.
Because if you love someone, that is where the vulnerability sets in.
Yeah.
You want to do everything to please the person, so that the person will also love you back, or to get the person interest.
But is it the right thing to do?
That is love. It's not like pretense or whatever. If that pretense comes in, then the person is just in there for a short, like, just to have, maybe you have something that she wants or he wants, that he wants to take it. If he gets or she gets that thing, the person is off. That is why the pretense comes in. But if you are really into, like, you want to get into marriage to this person, there is nothing like pretense. You open wholeheartedly to the person,
Yes.
even your dark side.
It's
You
true.
don't care sharing,
It's true.
because you have trust.
Yes.
That's the key thing. You
Yes.
trust the
Trust.
person.
Yes. That's the
So
key.
you
Yes.
you begin to share everything, even the things that you won't tell your mom
It's true.
or anybody.
It's true.
You find this in, like, trust in the person, because you really want to go far with the person.
Indeed.
But if pretense set in, like, I'm pretending to be this,
To be something
then
else to the
to be
person.
something else, then
Yeah,
you
that you're
have
not.
something special that I want. That if I get it, I'll be
It's
okay.
over.
If you lost that thing, my
No
interest is
more.
off.
Yeah. It's true. Martha, let me hammer more on what you're saying. Is very, very important. Being open, because every relationship is built on trust, but marriage is mostly on trust. You see, do you know, I have been conducting a survey because I'm writing books on marriage. That, we have books on marriage, but I realized they are in the mainstream of the things counselors say, but they don't work in marriage. They don't, because just like you're saying, there's a lot of pretense. And once your partner find out this about you, and often when they ask and you lie and you lie and you lie again, once trust is no more in, no
There's
matter
nothing.
what you do, it will never work.
Mm,
It will never work
there's
again.
nothing like
Yes.
I'm trying to. No, 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 no.
No, it will never work again. So I want to ask this question then. Um, in case you are in a relationship and the person want to step ahead beyond just the relationship, because like we were saying, it's from friendship then coming to deeper thing,
Relationships.
relationship, and then from that you want to go to maybe a pre-courtship
Okay.
period. You want to step ahead or go further with the person to show interest in marriage. Certain questions should be asked, and I think they should be answered.
Sure.
But do you think there should be certain questions that should not be answered?
Certain questions. Okay.
Yes.
Like, before you want to move ahead,
Yeah.
or to move into one step,
Okay.
like, you need to understand that where you are going, everybody want peace.
Sure.
Everybody want peace, especially with males,
Yeah.
the husbands,
Yeah.
because they are the head of the family.
Okay.
They need peace so that they can think, because they have a whole lot to think of,
Indeed.
and to put things into place.
Yes.
So there are certain things you need to ask yourself. So when you are entering into that, the premarital, one thing I realized, that you can't study human.
Hmm.
We are like God. God is unpredictable. So how can you predict human?
Hmm.
Because you don't know what is in my mind. I don't know what is in yours. I just portray a little. The Bible said that what is in the heart, that
The
is
abundance
the
of it.
abundance of it, that is. So that is not all that comes. So it's
Yeah. The
abundance,
overflow
the
of it.
overflow. So ask yourself, what is in there? So, and we humans, we have chances to change everything.
Sure.
So you can see a lady, very bad one. A time will come, you
Will be
will see
transformed.
her differently.
It is very true.
And you will see a good girl,
Yes.
and you realize, what happened to this lady?
Like outwardly, good
Now
girl.
she's
Something else.
something else. And the sad thing is, the person won't even approach the lady. That this is how I thought you are. So what happened? Like trying to figure things out, and then they'll be condemning. So in a relationship, if you enter into breakers and you ask the other partner, it's a whole lot of story. I didn't know that she was like this.
Yes.
He was like
And I
that.
think that is not an excuse. Or what do you think?
Yeah, it's not an
It's
excuse
not an
at
excuse.
all.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
Because
Yes.
you ask the question.
Yeah.
I like, as I told you, like, I like asking questions.
Yes, me too.
So you ask, and the person, people may think that like you are annoying, or
Yeah, like you're trying to be inquisitive into
yeah,
their
and
privacy.
putting pressure
Yeah.
on so many things. Like you want to know everything.
Yeah.
But one thing that we need to know, that the questions that you are asking, even if you don't get the better answers that you want, you need to sit down and realize certain things.
Yes.
That is how things should be. If your partner is not like how you want it, now you need to find it. If she is the one that you want, or he's the one that you want, you need to strategize things so that you can balance things.
I love that.
Because you can't say that I want to know you well before I marry
Right
you.
now, it's impossible.
You can't. You can
Yes.
take 100 years to study a person.
Yes.
If the person is not open enough for you to know, you will never
You will
know.
never know.
Even the
It's
devil fears human.
It's true. It's true.
Because
It's
if
true.
you don't allow yourself, the Holy Spirit can't even get in.
Indeed.
The devil can't get in.
Sure. Sure.
We, the humans, that is our power.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
why the two forces, they are forcing
Yes.
to manipulate,
Indeed.
to win. Because we are not just easy. If we don't permit them, they won't come.
Sure. Sure.
So if someone doesn't open him or herself for you to know the person, you will not.
It's true.
And even if you know the person, he's a human or she's a human, she can be at fault at any time. We don't have anyone perfect.
Sure.
It's only Christ. So we try to make things well, but we are not 100% perfect.
Sure.
So someone told me that, Martha, marriage, this is marriage, and this keeps marriage. One partner decides to make it well.
Wow. It's true.
I decided to make this marriage well, and you decided to make it well.
Then it will work.
And it will work.
Team.
So if I don't decide, anything you do will annoy me.
Yes.
And then I will quickly get angry. And you to be angry. And we don't talk.
It's true.
And the moment communication breaks, then separation
we don't
is
have
setting in.
relationship anymore. It's true.
We don't have that communication. We don't have the vibe to smile, to be happy around. We are not into marriage. We are not into relationship.
It's true.
So we need to understand that I really want it to work. So no matter what, I will stand in.
Wow.
Unless it's beyond control.
Yes.
Either both spiritual and then the physical is attacking it. Yes. So even for you to get the bold step to say that at this stage, I'm going to get married. I'm marrying you.
Wow.
We are agreeing to marry. Unless we decide, we understand that we will stand no matter what.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Because you are not going to get it easy. Sure. Nothing is easy on this earth.
Sure.
But you can make it. That is why God said that we should create, we should reproduce. We are on this earth to create, to continue God's work. Yes. So you create your marriage the way you want.
Can you say it again? I
You
love that.
create your
You
marriage.
create the marriage. I love that. And you just stepped into a project I'm working on. I have a book. The title is that build the kind of wife you want, and I have
Sure,
one for women also. Build the kind of husband you want. You can.
sure,
You can.
you can.
I love that. You
And
create
you create.
the marriage.
So
Martha, I
you
love that.
you
You
you sit
create
down.
the marriage.
Even if things are not working. I got into a relationship and it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I was burdened. I was burdened in my own way.
Yeah.
The type and the kind of things that I read.
Yeah.
So I was troubled by myself.
Yes.
Then I prayed to God
Mm.
that God, I don't want to move here and there, like jumping from one relationship,
To
moving
another.
to another.
Yes.
And no, I don't have that kind of strength.
Yeah.
And I don't even want that.
Yeah.
So, Lord, please, if that is your approval, if you approve it, let me have a peace of mind.
Yeah. That was a good
So
prayer.
I sat down and I tried to understand everything.
Wow.
I'm not, sometimes I say this thing and people will be like, what are you trying to say? I don't love easily.
It's true.
If I fall for you, like I've seen Brother Ima, I love E. I wish that thing won't work. Even
Sure.
the person won't even love me back.
Sure.
And it won't last.
It's true.
I'll just meet Brother Iman and say, is this kind of person I was so desperate to have?
Yeah. Very true. Martha is very
So,
true. You see, you continue. This is what happens when people rush into sex. And
sure.
then not you see the problem is not the sex, so the problem is the realization they get. So is this the person? Is this all that I was looking for? I love that.
So you sit down and then you realize that I need, no matter what it takes,
Yes.
I need to love this person. I need to love who you are, what you have, what you don't have. I need to love you the way you are and everything about you. You love the soul. That is marriage.
Wow. That is powerful.
With that marriage, it's difficult to break.
Sure. You see, I used to, not that I used to. For me, marriage is not hard and shouldn't be
Sure.
because just like we are talking, we are solving stronger problems in marriage. It shouldn't be because the things we are sharing, they are just light. If you are able to approach people, like you are saying, one thing I can make of it is that everything has a seed time, a growth time,
Sure.
and then a fruition. If you are not able to wait for something to fruit and you try to harvest it prematurely,
You're not going to get the quality.
you won't get the quality. You will taste the bitter side of it
Sure.
and you won't like it again.
You won't like it
But
at
if
all.
you take your time, Martha, you know, when I talk about relationship like this, if you don't take care, we begin to say things you don't want to say.
Sure.
There is nothing beautiful than a relationship that is nurtured. It looks like earlier you met and the vibe was there, the feeling was they wanted to. And often, in the truth is, the first thing that will always be coming up is sex. That is the first thing.
That is what the youth goes
Yes.
in for.
But once you are able to hold on, it will begin to go down. Then you realize now you are building momentum. That is when you begin to start to think. Then you can begin to create. Now it's no more subconscious, not that something is pushing you,
Sure.
but now you are about to take responsible steps. Okay, this person, this is how I want it to be. But if you are able to take your time to watch things grow, the moment whatever decision you take in getting, you realize you made the right choice.
Sure.
So I think this, like we're talking about relationship, when it starts from friendship, you know it's going somewhere. It's a seed time. And once the friendship you see signs for progress, and you enter into a relationship with deeper part, it means you are at the growth level. You cannot just eat your cake and have it. You have to let it grow. Once you have strong reasons, you see, often this is something I've realized. Sex for marriages that stand often happen at the day the man or the woman come together and say we are ready to marry. Sometimes even sex happen that day before they proceed, but it doesn't break. It's rather fuel their love because they made the decision already.
Sure.
But because everything has come to fruition, they are ready. They are all mature. They are ready to share. So what you are saying is true. When we don't wait, then we can destroy it, and then it can affect us. So, Mother, now we have talked about friendship. We've stepped into relationship. We'll handle the issue of sex, maturity, returns, responsibility, and a whole lot. Now, at this level, how do you know this person? If I step into marriage with him, it will work. I have a man of God that said there is no perfect marriage,
Sure.
but there is a successful marriage.
That is
You understand?
Pastor
Pastor Otabe said that. Then this man of God quoted him and he made plagiarism. He didn't refer him. Pastor Otabe said so. Very good. So that means that you are not going to have it all free. There will be challenges. For that, it is
Sure.
inevitable. It's inevitable.
You, as a
Yes.
single person, you are going through
You are going
challenges.
through challenges. So
how come
now
the
you are
two people meet?
you should expect at least
Sure.
double or thrice. And I think you need to, everybody need to know this. I think we should hammer this one. As a person, you are going through something. So whenever you are entering into a relationship, you should prepare for 3 times of the challenges you are going through.
The person is also
Going through something, and now you are also coming together and going to create another bond.
another bed.
That bond is also going to face its own challenges.
Sure.
So I think when we do it with this preparedness of the mind, then we'll be ready. So Martha, now you are at this place. How do you know, upon all risk calculated, how do you know that this guy, this lady is a prospective for me, so I can go ahead and enter into marriage?
Okay.
How would you know?
You would know because of how far you have built and then how far you have gone. You may pass through many challenges,
Sure.
and you know that all the challenges that you have passed through, this person have a wisdom,
Yeah.
knowledge that we were able to pass through. He or she helped you one way or the other. So you sit down. Before you say that, okay, I'm ready for you to marry me or we are ready to marry, you have done self-assessment.
I love this.
You have assessed everything and you have accepted everything. Everything. I mean everything. You need to accept it and then assess it. Because you would see, oh, this person has helped me. These circumstances, we have helped each other.
Yes.
We pray together. Some people have sex and entered into marriage and still it works.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we are not condemning sex here.
No.
Because it plays a vital role.
Indeed.
But my problem is, how sure
Are you?
that this sex that we had, it will lead us to marry?
Yes.
So it means that if you didn't end up into marriage, the next person you are going to meet, you will have the same thing, and you are trying to build bonds upon bonds, and then it will affect your marriage.
It will affect
the
you.
right one that you want to, it affects it.
It's
so
true.
most marriages, other forces are coming in.
Sure.
Aside even the challenges, everything.
Yes.
That is why we said that sex is a sacred thing. That we
Yes.
don't need to joke with it or just
Yes.
play with
It's
it.
very true.
We are not saying that like it's something that I don't want.
No,
You
no, no,
want
no, no, no.
it.
You want it. That is the truth. You
We
want
want it.
Everyone wants it. For that,
We want it.
everyone wants it. Yes.
Yeah, so we need to know
Yes.
when and how.
How to make it what it should be.
Sure. And for you to know that this person I need to get married to, you are ready. That no matter either rain or shine, I know that so far as God approves that I should go ahead. I have this covenant with God and it has become my principle. I said that if you are not my husband, no matter what, we will break up. No, just a little thing, we will just be separated. We won't even go like to that extent. If you are not my husband, I have that covenant with God. Some also meet the person and they say that this is my wife, this is my husband. And from that they start and then it worked that way.
Sure.
Miraculously. And
Yeah.
they do well in everything.
Sometimes this marital.
So this marriage is nothing like, it's not about aging. It's about what God has said.
Wow. Wow.
And we understanding it to make it work.
Wow.
In
Wow.
the
I
physical
love that. I
realm.
love that. What God has said, and we understand it to make it work.
Sure.
It's very true.
Because if we don't take it from that angle,
yes,
most Christians and I'm so holy and
Yeah.
so some people think that matter is not romantic. And I said that my husband, I know that one day my husband will come out there and then share testimony about me.
and share more of them.
And yeah, and his testimony.
Yeah.
Because of how I treat guys when it
Yeah.
comes to that.
Yeah, it's important.
I'm very cautious about that thing.
It's very
Like,
important.
you may think that I don't know how to treat men.
Yeah.
When you come to me and that thing is your first impression and I
Yeah.
realize about you, I set boundaries.
It's
As
true.
very straight one.
It's very important.
It's
Very
not that
important.
I don't like I'm in a relationship, I don't like touching, I don't like but you need to know who you are.
And because the person is coming to take something from you to leave.
Sure.
Yes,
because
they're not coming to stay.
If you don't take care, that thing, it will drive your attention from even praying.
It's true. Everything. It will just destroy everything. It's a matter what you continue. What you're saying is very true. I don't think only ladies. You see, there are some guys that have a kind of stupid mindset, especially if they're a bit of nice. And some guys look like, hey, that girl likes you, and you are treating her like this, and they say it like opportunity. It's not. It's not because um I I don't know whether I copied it from somebody, but there was a time I said this on a platform that your glory as a person is very important. Your reputation in front of people. Sometimes it's good for people to dislike you for being disciplined, for being yourself, than trying to appease people and in the end they will dump you. They will disregard you. You see, people want to have things that are valuable. Everyone. No matter how you appear as a guy, no matter how you appear as a lady, no matter what you have and what you are, if let me use a guy for instance, because this hardly happens. Even if a lady jumps on you because for her or for some reason he thinks or you think she thinks or you think you are so pretty, handsome, or some special, so you are attracting, you are Mr. Charming, and they jump on you. So yeah, she just jumped on me. So no, with time you realize you lose something.
For sure.
And it will be like that is how he is. But if you are able to preserve, you see, Martha, I always say to people, people will just meet you and they will just conclude, hmm, this guy is because of how he appeared. That's why he doesn't smile to us. People complain a lot of time where I stay. Yeah, he just handsome. He see us and something. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. If you, we've been giving it just like that, we will not be this today.
Sure.
You see, what people carry, we should know that man is a spirit, and our appearance is not just about our physique. There is something that make us appear that to people. There are very beautiful women out there. There are very, very handsome guys out there that you can't look them twice.
Sure.
But for some reasons, they are treated as rags. Nobody wants to even pay attention to them. What happened to them? It's because they didn't value, treasure what they have. And in the end, when this person comes and have their way out of you, they come and have it. In the end, it will destroy
Sure.
the value in you. And then you realize when people come around you, you see, this is the danger of easily having sex just around. When this comes and go, this comes and go, and the next person that comes around you, they begin to feel a vibe as if you are contained already.
Sure.
There is no more room. And the sad thing is that at that moment when the lady have learned her lessons, the guy has learned his lessons that no, I think this thing didn't help. Now I'm going to go a different approach. The right person has come. And this is when maybe they should have been open.
Sure.
And that is when they try to. And the guy say, oh, really? And then it continues just like that. Relationship. And then because I just have disappointment here and there. So I think you mentioned something when I asked the question that how do you know at this level in a relationship I can make the decision and enter into marriage? And you mentioned something powerful that we have been in a process. So it's about the foundation. So what I think that once you meet, you should set the right foundation. And you also mentioned something very powerful. Everything should begin from God's perspective. Friends, if your relationship is not coming from God's perspective, you are wrong. You see, when I was talking about sex, I addressed sex and marriage on YouTube, 10 videos. And people were asking me questions. They were surprised that where I was coming from it was from scripture.
Okay.
Absolutely. God said, when he even gave the laws to the Jews, strict time where they were killing people when you offend, those times where grace has not yet come. God said concerning marriage, because he understands how he made us and the purpose of marriage and how our biology works. He said, I think it's in the book of either Exodus, he's no, Leviticus. He said that if a man even force a lady and sex occurs, this is the law.
Go and pay.
Yes, you know it. You know it. So that is the confirmation.
And
You should go pay
pay
the dowry. You see, this is the most important thing. Matter, the problem in our generation is not these things that happen. No, it's the mindset, the decision. Because once you make a decision that I want to marry her, because I think all the things that people look at, there are certain things that are foundational. For instance, you have to know the spirituality of the person's finance counts. Are they hardworking?
Sure.
Are they ready to work with you? Your path and destiny matter. But these are few things that doesn't need to take you years. But once these things are in alignment, the rest of other things like character and stuff, these things can be built. They are not a problem. But the problem is, are you ready? When you saw that lady singing, what came to mind? Do you get a point? So we have talked about friendship leading to relationship, leading to marriage. And we answered the question what to look up for to enter into marriage. And Martha answered it and gave us the right thing, that it should start from God's perspective, because He knows the best for us.
Sure.
And also He said that it should be a foundation. So we should be strategic about it. Now let's handle the last thing. How do we make the marriage work? Now we crossed this boundary. We made a decision. We are now together. How do we make it work?
Okay. We thank God for that scripture. Like,
Okay.
for marriage to continue working. So if you ask me what type of man I want,
Okay.
this question most people ask me because of how they see me.
Sure.
They think that, oh, so for Miami, you marry a pastor, you marry a pastor.
Yeah.
If I'm to marry a pastor,
So
that
be
is
it.
a huge grace.
Yeah.
So be it. But I'm looking for a person who is in tune with the Spirit.
Wow. Wow.
A person who God loves so much.
Wow.
If God loves a person that much and the person also loves God, definitely the person will love you
Absolutely.
without any boundaries.
Absolutely. It starts with that. It's true.
So that is to seek ye the kingdom of God first and His righteousness.
Every other thing.
Every other thing will be added to you. So if your partner is in tune with the Spirit of God, the marriage challenges will come and then they'll tame it.
Yes.
God will set in.
It's true.
And then also, then aside God doing His part, we do our part. That is what I said, that you try to understand everything, that I am an agent of change.
That is powerful.
So I'll make sure that this thing works.
Wow.
Sometimes I try to put this on myself, that I accepted the fault not because you are right, but I want
it to work.
Prevail, or I want things to work.
Oh, wow.
Whether in friendship or in anything.
It's true.
With this that I'm talking about, it's not for relationship or marriages.
Yeah.
It's for everything, even in the workplace, for
true.
peace to reveal. Even if you are right, just accept it.
Sure.
Just for peace to reveal.
It's
So
true.
if the woman in the house understand this, if the man of the house understand that I want peace in my marriage,
I want this to work.
I want the marriage to work. I don't want to argue with my wife. I don't want to argue with my husband.
Yes.
I accept it, whether it's my fault or not.
Wow. Because you want it to work.
I want it to work. No matter how. So you accepting it, then you are finding a strategy that thing won't happen again.
And often, you see, what you are saying is a maturity. It's a maturity trait, because it is, nobody can say that they don't know when they err. Sometimes it's pride.
Sure.
There can never be two individuals, a husband and a wife in the home. Something happens, and the argument is often just a pride pretense just to cover up. Master, if I offended you, I know.
Sure.
Often, always somebody will cause it before somebody will
Someone
respond.
also responds.
So I think if we humility, we have, I was talking to this guy and I was saying that there shouldn't even be counseling for Christians when they are marrying, because we have the Word of God as a guide. The Holy Spirit is in us. But how? It's pride. Because it's very easy. It's very easy to say, I'm sorry. Once I err,
Sure.
I know I've erred. I don't need to argue.
You need to accept it.
I need to accept it.
And then so that the other partner, so forgiveness also sets in to make the marriage work.
Yes.
If you don't forgive and forget, do you remember the last time you did this to me?
You did this.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
So it means that you haven't forgotten it. And the moment I do another, because we are human, we are
Yes.
prone to do it.
Uh-uh.
So the moment I offend you the next time, you are going to repeat it.
Wow. Wow.
So in marriage, we need to forgive ourselves, because
Wow.
you didn't offend me in this way, you offend me the other time.
Wow.
So we offend ourselves,
Wow.
but we need to admit it, accept it, and apologize, forgive, and then forget.
That is powerful. This remind me, I shared a post on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and some people messaged me and said, Charlie, what you shared is very powerful. This is what I had. The Lord gave me, it was a short sentence, but I developed it. And this is what I said. I wrote that the moment you tell somebody I love you, be ready to forgive them. When you say I love you once, be ready to forgive about 3 times. And I went ahead and said that love, the giving in love and the receiving is about 30%. But forgiveness
It's not easy.
and receiving, asking for forgiveness is 70%.
It's not easy.
See, one of the things that destroy marriage in every relationship, business, every relationship, ministry, institutions, it is pride. The the inability to ask for forgiveness, to say I am sorry. And sorry is not even the right word. I am wrong. Please forgive me. This is this is how we should go. Because sometimes you say sorry. Sorry is an insult. For instance, no, master, if I did something against you, I do something against you, and I just come and say sorry for that. It means I am pitying you.
Intentionally did it.
Yes. So sometimes when people say that, you must say, hey, me, don't pity me. That is not, it is wrong. Say, forgive me. Yes, I was wrong. Forgive me. So we should learn this not only in marriage, in our friendship, in everywhere. Once you are wrong, just tell the person, I am wrong, or I was wrong. Forgive me. If there is a need for you to explain, it can be done afterwards. And sometimes the explanation is not necessary.
Sure.
Yes, it's not necessary. Because we are not just body, we are spirits. We can discern. So, Martha, thank you so very much today. You've been a great blessing to us through our studio. What is your last word to singles, to those in relationship, to those in courtship, to those about to step into marriage, to those about to get into wedding? We didn't announce much on today's wedding. And then those in marriage. So use this opportunity to say something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity.
It's a pleasure.
Sure. So what I would say is, we are humans and God loves us so much.
Yeah.
And it's this same love that God wants us to portray.
Okay.
And we should remind ourselves, or we should notice that there is nothing like unconditional love between humans.
It's true.
It's only God that
It's
have
true.
that unconditional love.
It's true. It's
Because
true.
love grows, love dies.
I love that.
Yes,
I
I
love that.
saw you or I met you, you love me.
Yes.
Now, as we are vibing, the love increases.
Yes.
So it means that when we separate, the more we are separating, the more the
It
love
will die.
drains
It's
or
true.
it dies. So we should keep on watering our love for our partners.
Yes.
It's not easy. Maybe you'll be like me that doesn't love easily, but when we love, we truly love. We
It's
truly
true.
show
When
our
we are
love.
not in, we are not in.
Yeah, if we are in, we are in.
We are in.
We are in for everything, and we love everything. We are being happy. I can remember one of my friends told me that you matter. You the way you are. When you get her, or when you hold on to something and you be happy about it, we will know even what you will do about it. So my people out there, we should love our neighbors as we want them to love us.
Yes.
As we love God, If you love God, you will offend your partner and you will realize that you have done wrong thing today and then you need to apologize. And one thing about the other partner, that if the person apologize, please with wholeheartedly
Yes.
forgive
Forgive and let
and
go.
forget.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's try to fix things.
Yes. Yes.
Let's try to know
Yes.
what causes it, because maybe I will do something because of the situation I set in.
Yes.
And after that, I have withdrawn from that situation. I will realize that, oh, I should have done it this way. I should have done that way if I
Yes.
get a chance to. So we need to accept that we make things work between us.
Sure.
And we pray for God's grace and His mercy. We will be there.
Wow.
And we will enjoy our
Wow.
marriage.
Thank you for watching.
And
Thank you
God,
so very much, Blessed
you're
Matter.
welcome.
It's been so excellent and wonderful with you. It's been an hour in pouring this wisdom and grace God has given. Martha is a counselor and she's a prophetess as well. She's so many things. I'm only mentioning two. So, and she's the head of the CII Meta Therapy, Meta Complex, Meta Higher Therapy. So she knows about relationship, about marriage, about emotions, about our biology, physiology, spirituality, a whole lot of things. So I think that if you follow this, you watch it over and over and you make notes out of it, it will help you to build quality relationship, and probably you can harness the right partner and build a successful marriage. And I think this principle applies to everything in this, because life is about relationship. So it is very important. And make sure that whatever decision you are taking, you are thinking about the future. God richly bless you. I'm Prophet Emmanuel, and this is
Blessed Matter.
So until we come your way again, stay blessed.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.